At around 5:30 a.m. on Christmas morning in Nashville, Tennessee, residents on 2nd Avenue thought they heard gunshots. Others believed that the sound was an amplified recording with the intent of waking them up. Then there was a weird recorded caveat from a loudspeaker on an RV. The computerized voice said, quote, "Evacuate now. This vehicle has a bomb and will explode," end quote. Shortly after that, it was no longer a warning, but it was a 15-minute countdown. Police officers responded to this at about 6 a.m. after receiving reports of gunfire. As police arrived, they recalled not seeing any evidence of gunshots, but they did come across a suspicious RV parked near an AT&T transmission building. When they heard what the RV was broadcasting, they called in the bomb squad. Before the bomb squad arrived, the police officers went door to door, urging residents to evacuate immediately. According to the Washington Post, they also turned one man around who was walking his dog. Then at 6:30 a.m., the RV exploded near the 2nd Avenue, North and Commerce Street as well, smashing windows, doors, signs, and eradicating buildings. Reportedly, flames of fire went up in the air. This is audio of an officer telling people to get to their car and evacuate the area.
Are you guys okay? Okay.
No, guys.
Where's your car?
How you doing?
Okay, go to your car.
What's going on?
Multiple people were injured in this terrorist attack. The Washington Post published an account of one woman's experience on that early Christmas morning in Nashville, Tennessee. Quote, Williams, the 2nd Avenue resident, said she was sleeping with her wife, Kim Maldon, when they were jolted awake by the sound of gunfire a little before 5:30 a.m. and called 911. When the sound repeated in the same pattern, she figured it might have been a recording, she said. Quote, it was like it was being fired right next to your head almost, Maldon told the Post. Quote, it was unrealistically loud in retrospect, and it was the exact same pattern all 3 times. Quote, peering out her 3rd-story window, the 59-year-old said she could see an RV parked across the street. It was like a light-colored vehicle the size of a small bus that looked like at least a couple of decades old, she said. As she surveyed the scene, a voice came booming from the camper. It was saying, quote, "This vehicle has a bomb. You must evacuate the area," end quote. Then a countdown message began, telling people that they had 15 minutes to leave. Maldon said she and her three family members decided to flee. Quote, "This was the thing that made us go," she said. They scrambled into an elevator as the RV blared an 11-minute warning, then piled into their cars to keep watch from a secure distance. After about 20 minutes, there was no explosion. Thinking the whole episode was a sick prank, Maldon said that they headed back. Quote, the RV detonated just as they were rounding the corner back on 2nd Avenue, according to Maldon. Quote, "It was the biggest plum of fire that shot up," she said. We could see that from up the street. We were just shocked. From a block away, they could see that their buildings' back windows were blown out. Somehow, Maldon said, their Christmas tree was still lit. Firefighters soon arrived and told them to clear the area. Maldon, who works for a vacation property manager and hospital receptionist, says she and her family are staying in a local hotel, processing what had happened and counting their blessings. Their building is badly damaged, and they don't know what, if any, belongings they'll be able to recover. But they're grateful that they weren't physically harmed. Quote, "We almost didn't go," she said. "We almost didn't take it seriously. Whoever did this certainly intended for all of us to leave," end quote. The mayor of Nashville, Tennessee, said that 2020 has been the year of the first responders, and that they were on the scene immediately after this bombing. This explosion in Nashville, Tennessee was a suicide bombing, but many newspapers and news organizations are reluctant to use that term. Also, people are enraged that this is not being labeled as domestic terrorism. Indeed, it is. According to the girlfriend of the Nashville terrorist, according to the girlfriend of the Nashville terrorist bomber, she warned police 16 months prior to this explosion in a police report about what her boyfriend was doing. Now, I've read the actual police report, but before I read that to you, I want you to actually take a listen to this 911 phone call. This is the attorney for the Nashville suicide bomber's girlfriend. Listen.
Metro Nashville 911, what is the address of your emergency?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Let me explain to you what I got. I'm an attorney here in Nashville, have been about 30 years. My name is Ray Throckmorton. Phone number I'm calling from is, and that is my personal cell phone. I have a client who has called me this morning, and her full legal name is Pamela Perry. And she has made a number of threats about her own life, and I believe her to be at the following address. It is 3816 Seifert Lane, spelled Syfert. That's Nashville, Tennessee, 37211. I am on my way to that address right now. She is armed. She has firearms. She has told me that this morning. She is supposedly with the firearms on the front porch. But I can tell you that if a bunch of police cars and ambulances pull up with sirens wailing and lights flashing, that she will shoot herself. So I need a police officer to meet me over there where maybe I can defuse this situation.
Okay, I don't want you going right to the house, but just repeat the address for me for verification.
It is 3816 Seifert, Syfert Lane,
okay,
Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, is this a house, apartment, or a duplex? Do you know?
It's a home over in the Tusculum area, off of Haywood Lane.
Okay, what is Pamela's description? Is she white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
She is white. She's middle-aged. I don't know. Pamela's what, maybe mid-50s?
Yeah, last time I saw her, she had red hair.
Yeah, last time I saw her, she had dyed her hair red.
Okay, and I understand that it was the suicidal threats, but tell me exactly what happened, what she said.
She has threatened to take her own life. And she has also given me information about another resident of that part of Nashville who is, I think, also got some mental and emotional problems, who is allegedly building bombs in his house on Bakertown Road, which is right off of Antioch Pike. And I have reason to believe that there might actually be more truth to what she's telling me about him than what she's telling me about herself.
Okay. So that's not happening at this address, is that correct?
It is not. What is the, hold on, do we know the Bakertown Road address? I'm going to have to look it up.
Okay, that's okay. You can tell
and that guy's name, yeah, I'll tell that to the officer when he gets there, but I'm on the way right now.
Yeah, I don't want you to go right to the house. So what kind of vehicle are you in?
Yeah, I'm in a black Chevy Avalanche with tinted windows and
Once again, that was a 911 call. That was the attorney for Anthony Warner's girlfriend, which of course Warner is the suicide bomber. This is what the police report reads from August 21st, 2019. Quote, on August 21st, 2019, police responded to a call for service at, then it says the address, with and spoke with Operation 1. During the incident, Operation 1 made statements that her boyfriend, which is the suspect, was building bombs in the RV trailer at his residence. While on the scene, then it states address, we also spoke with Operation 2. Operation 2 stated that he is an attorney for Operation 1 and the suspect, and that, Operation 1, and that the suspect frequently talks about the military and bomb making. He stated that he believes that the suspect knows what he is doing and is capable of making a bomb. Police then responded to the suspect's residence. Police knocked on the door but did not receive an answer. Police observed that there was an RV trailer in the backyard, but the yard was fenced off and police could not see inside the RV. Police also observed Police also observed that the location has several security cameras and wires attached to an alarm on the front door. Police attempted several times, but could not get the suspect to open the door, and police did not have contact with him. End quote. So this is what the police report says. This is the police's experience about this, and it's just remarkable. And we also know that according to the New York Times, Warner lived a reclusive life. The Tennessean was the first to report this, and we now have access to all of this information. If you are interested, this will be up on our website for public view. The Nashville Police Department is defending their response to this fact, to the fact that they received information that he was building a bomb. The tallest building in Tennessee is the AT&T building, which is the place where the Nashville Terrorist decided to park his RV. The mayor of Nashville, Tennessee, John Cooper, believes that there was a connection and that he deliberately targeted that building. Based on public reporting, we also know that the Nashville Terrorist believed in the 5G conspiracy theory, that 5G technology is surreptitiously surveilling Americans. He also reportedly believed in aliens, lizard people, and 9/11 conspiracy theories. According to WKRN News, the FBI is now saying that the Nashville terrorist bomber sent materials expressing his viewpoints to acquaintances. There is no elaboration on that, but I suppose we will receive more information as this investigation continues. Reportedly, nonprofit organizations have been providing food to the Nashville bombing victims. According to Cassandra Stephenson at the Tennessean, 10 buildings in Nashville have been deemed unsafe for use or occupancy. The Tennessee Republican governor and Democratic mayor of Nashville, Tennessee, said that they have not yet received a phone call from President Trump about this terrorist attack. In public, the president has also said nothing about this. He's been staying quiet. Contrary to that, President-elect Joe Biden has vehemently condemned this act of terrorism and has adulated first responders. You know, it is enraging that the president has said nothing, but unfortunately, it is not surprising. We do need leadership at this very pivotal time in American history. As of today, officially, more than 350,000 Americans are dead. 17 days till Joe Biden becomes the president of the United States, till he is sworn in on Inauguration Day. Thank you so very much for listening to this episode of the Jeremiah Patterson Show. The news this week has been a lot, but if you think today was crazy, wait until Saturday and Sunday. Those are going to be very, very long episodes. Hopefully not, but this week is about to be crazy. So thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Jeremiah Patterson Show. This news will be crazy, of course, in terms of the news. I will be publishing my full interview with Miss Najima Davis Washington on our website. You can find that information there. Thank you again for listening to this episode. Remember to wear your mask, stay safe, because cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are rising. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next weekend.